Tell me, what exactly are you running for?
Running for School Board District 1, which is the western part of the county.
Okay. And what is your purpose? Like, what is your platform? What are you looking to change within the school board?
The purpose is based upon the principles that dictate who I am, and that is that I've always cared about the well-being of our children and youth, been involved with the community for many years, and I am concerned about the educational well-being of our kids. The platform that I run on is based upon accountability. I believe strongly that we need to be accountable across the board. As a published author, I believe that we need to strengthen the reading programs that we have. I believe in a safe environment for our kids, safe schools, drug-free, bully-free schools. And as a product of vocational technical school, Eddie, I believe strongly that we have a certain sector of our population in our school district which needs to have a greater focus and attention paid to it. This is a 25 to 30% student population that isn't necessarily going to go to college, and I think that we need to be able to identify this population early and guide them towards vocational technical school education. The ultimate goal really is to make a positive difference in the lives of all of our students, educational life of all of our students, and to encourage them to become productive citizens in our society.
Okay, now when you talk about education, are you focusing more on I guess high school, middle school, or where do you think that we should really start and hit the pavement?
I think that we need to focus on a proactive approach in education. When we are already beginning to make a connection between a third grader and prison population later on in life, I think that we need to identify with the fact that some of these kids need to have a greater emphasis put upon their development earlier on. By the third grade, we begin to test these kids, and we should have a good idea as to where they stand. I think that we all need to focus on a proactive approach. Allow me to tell you that I think that it is all of society's concern. I think that all of us need to be involved with the educational system, and we need to make sure that we are doing everything possible to encourage our kids and support our education. At that level, I believe that we need to focus. I also think that because our sons, we have a son that went to Plant High School and eventually to Duke University and Florida Law School, and another one that went to Lato High School, Hillsborough Community College, and now is attending University of Tampa. We have seen both sides of the educational approach, and I think that we need to be sensitive to all of the kids and make sure that we raise standards for all of the kids in our school district.
Okay. Now, what would you say would be the main difference? Not to throw stones either way, but what would you say is the main difference between you and your current running mates, I guess?
I am a consensus builder. I believe that we must all work together as a team to find solutions to the problems that we have. My opponent has not been quite that. There has been a level of conflictive spirit that I think that has created an environment of just destructive behavior in terms of her inability to really represent the district. And what I'm saying is that although we may disagree with the superintendent, and although we may not necessarily be in line with their approaches, we need to find a way to work together, communicate for the sake of making sure that we are doing all that we can to provide quality education to all of the kids in our district. I think that in essence, that in itself is going to be one of the key factors as I look to find ways by which to create solution-based ideas. This is a race about ideas. It's a race about creating a vision that is going to be practical and pragmatic, but above all things, a consensus-building approach is going to be the difference between my opponent and I.
Okay. And is there anything you want to add before we end this?
I'd like to add that for 25 years I've been devoted to working with children and youth. I have written 2 books about children. I believe that our kids are the true wealth of our communities. And I think that we need to make sure, as we look at them for being the greatest resource in our society, that we can come together and I can pursue a support system that is going to make sure that our kids are doing okay, and that our educational system is maximizing the educational potential of all of our kids. That in itself is at the center of my heart, and it's a reason that I run for office today. I am not a very sophisticated man, but I will say this, that I have full intentions of making sure that we leave a legacy of goodness in the life of kids, and that's the reason that I run. Thank you so much for this time.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.